Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make a patch again on your MicroKorg using the MicroKorg and the Rocktron Banshee. I did it about 4 years ago, but I figured I'd re-update it so you guys can see a little clearer. But before I go into anything, I just want to let you guys know, please read your manual. If you don't know how to use your Korg, read the manual. That's what it's there for. I'll provide a link if possible. But please read the manual before you start watching this video, because if you don't know, more than likely me explaining this you won't understand. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to assess how to start a Talkbox patch. Now everybody wants to know the sound, or they want this type of sound.
Yeah, baby. California knows how to party. California.
And that's the sound that everybody seems to want right there. And that's what they call the basic Roger patch. This is a patch that I just solely made up randomly. So I'll just show you how I built it. Again, this is not exactly the Roger patch, but it's what I thought was the closest to. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to show you how to do your how to select the track. So pick a track that you don't seem to like. So I'll just pick any random track. Okay, so I'll pick that track. Now, remember, once you write to a track, you erase the data that the track is on. Just remember that. There you do have factory resets, but you have to look through your manual. That's again why I'm telling you to read the manual. Okay? So, you got your Korg, but you want to save a patch. This is the first step we need to know, is how to erase or how to unlock the protected mode. What you want to do is you hit shift or hold shift, press 8. This will get you into protection mode. Now my protection mode is already off, see, so normally yours will be on. Just twist the knob to off. Now if you turn off your Korg or your Korg shuts off, you're going to have to do this every time. To prevent that, you want to go into your global mode. Okay, so hit shift again, go to your global mode right here. Okay, once you're in your global mode, just hit right twice. What global mode is, it saves the settings for everything that you did. Okay, so any edits or filters you made, it saves it, so it knows this patch, that patch. Okay, now we're moving on to the next step. Now we've got our patch. As you can see here, this is the patch. Again, you can choose any one you want. This is the patch that that either you chose or I chose. Now we want to get that sawtooth type sound. Okay, to get that, you'll hold shift, hit 3. Okay, 3 will stay blinking and you'll see INI. That means initialize. Once you hit initialize, we're halfway there. Just play the settings. And there you go. Right there we got our basic sawtooth patch, but in poly mode. Okay, and that's in poly mode. Now, what you want to go for, you're aiming for vocals. So we don't sing with 3 voices or harmonies. We sing monotone. Okay. Take the first knob here, go to voice. Once you're in voice mode, please look at your voice settings here. For each mode and each knob that you use, knob 1, knob 2, there's a mode and there's a list of where to find what knob goes to what. This is so helpful, so helpful. So overview that one too. That'll help you ahead too. So now that we have our voice, we want to make sure that it's in single format layer. You don't want layer because it'll sound jumbly. So make sure it's single. If you're pretty good at synths, then you can make good layers. I've seen it and I do it myself. But just keep it at single. Your next step is to the next knob over. We want to see this. We'll see PLY means polyphonic mode. We want to make it monophonic. What monophonic does is it makes all notes played one at a time, not simultaneously. You'll see the line over that N. That means N, M. So I'll show you the trick here. You notice how you don't hear that chord sound. That's what you're after right there. You want to have it like this. And that's the basic setup. If you're happy with what you heard there, you can go ahead and write the patch. I'll show you at the end of the video how to write the patch. But now I'm going to get into a little further of what our next step is to do. A lot of people don't discuss this, but the most important thing is Portamento. I cannot stress how good Portamento will help you. Portamento is the time from one note to another note. So what the Portamento is already set to, it's already set at 0. And so it's almost instantly. But some people don't sing instantly. So our goal again is to make it sound like the voice. So on knob 1, switch to pitch. Okay. Once you go to pitch, you want to go to Portamento, which is the third knob right here. Now, typically people say 5 is good. You can go with 5. I personally go with 3. 3 is my is what I use, so I'll switch to 3. You might not know the difference until you play it a lot, but there is a big difference in the Portamentos.
So this is what I want.
Okay, and that's the feel that I want for the Talkbox right there. Now, I want to exaggerate the Portamento though, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, just to help you get an idea of what you're looking for in Talkboxing. So
we'll start here and we'll move up slowly again. This is just the time from one note to another, and we're going up.
And that's your Portamento right there. So let me bring that back to 3. Okay, so the next step is pitch. Okay, so I'm gonna make pitch really quick. We're not even really gonna go into it because it's just, we don't need to. Pitch is already gonna be 2 semitones up, so it's already set to go. Typically, pitch is used for like gospel singers. There's a lot of talkboxers out there that do the modulation with the pitch. So they go like something like,
ooh yeah, I love what you doing to me.
and that's what you'll use pitch for. I personally don't use pitch that much like that. I like it. I love the sound, but it's just not my style. You might wonder another thing, Roger, how Roger does, and he might go,
oh, I can't wait to get down.
and then that's just the pitch bend right there. It's just bending one pitch to another. So that's it on the pitching there. The next step I'm going to go over is modulation. Modulation is the vibrato of your voice. Now, what sucks about the MicroKorg is the vibrato, the frequency that it's at is so fast, it doesn't give you that realistic feel, and I'll show you right now. And when I first started using this, I used to like it, but then I realized it's not real enough for me. What that issue is that's an LFO2 issue, and that's just the frequency of how fast the wave moves when you modulate it. Again, modulation is the vibrato. So how we get to the LFO2 is you just take knob 1, bring it all the way to LFO2. It's on the very bottom of there. And then you're going to go into knob 4. Knob 4, it's always set to 70. Now, I'm going to give you because when I had a DX100 at the time, this is the closest sound, was about 65. So 5 notches down. So about 65 gives you that good DX100 vibe right there.
Yeah.
And you can go about 60. Go about 62. It's a little slower, but if you're into the slower vibratos, you know. You can use something like that. That's actually great for harmonies. I like that, but I'm a 65 guy. 4 away from 9. Alright, let's see here. Now, after that, we pretty much have our patch laid out, okay? So I'm not going to go into the filters, the MPGs. I'm just giving you the basic Talkbox patch so that you get an idea of what you're looking for. So we've got pretty much our patch right here. Alright, so there's your patch right there, and I'm going to give it a test run, show you guys what we built here. Here we go.
Richter scale, talking about an earthquake on the Richter scale. City of Compton, city of Compton, where the girls shake their booty.
Alright, and that's about it right there. That's that Roger feel, I guess you could say. Again, you can do any patches. Now, another important step is the middle C key. Middle C key is right here, and to keep middle C, keep this down and up lights off. That way, when you get on, it's smooth, 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 smooth. And with this, all you have to do is, if you want to get a little deeper vibe, you just hit that down button,
and you get a deeper vibe.
Just like that. And that's about it on that part. Now we want to write the patch. Okay, so to write the patch, as I showed you in the beginning of the step, that's why I got that out of the way. And so now we can just go ahead and hit the right button once. Okay, so it's going to select the bank you want. Say you wrote the patch already, and you're like, oh, I messed up I'm on the wrong channel. You can flip the channel while you're you know, playing around. So I'll switch it to A51 instead. Okay. And I'll just hit right, and bam, it's written over the program here. So
it's done, and it's been written on the program.
And you're pretty much set. Once again, you saved your global settings, so once you've written over the file is written over for good. I'll turn it off, and I'll turn this sucker right back on. Let's take a look here.
We're back in business, baby.
So now you have your patch made, and that's the basic patch right there. Now if you made a big boo-boo, again, look at your manual. If I can find the manual online, I'll give you the link. Just review the link, and you can do a factory reset. Now if you saved any voices, you're done. Once you reset it, you have to start all over. There's actually software you can edit using it via MIDI to USB. I'll actually get into that. Hopefully I'll show a video on that. So I'll show a software version of how to make your Talkbox. That's actually pretty fun. It's a lot easier than doing this, but you can actually import and export your files. So that way, say if you have to do a factory reset on your keyboard, you can actually dump some of the MIDI information into a file on your computer and store it. That's what I do, just in case like I have something happens to my Korg, I have to get a new one. So I'll show you that. That's really good to show. I wish I would have showed you guys that 4 years ago, but that's really good to see. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and comment. I do have an album coming out. I do have a Facebook music page. Follow me on Twitter. I'll have all that information on the bottom there. If you need anything else, just leave me a message. Again, before you leave me a message, read your manual and then hit me up. Alright? Thank you.